Hello everyone, welcome to our stories. Reddit user Uaklunkan discovered his wife's affair with a co-worker back in 2001, and endured years of gaslighting and emotional turmoil. Now, with the co-worker back in town for his daughter's graduation, the narrator contemplates confronting him directly or sabotaging his day with a gift at the hotel. The wife has had an affair with a co-worker for 18 months. She said her co-worker is back in the same city for her daughter's college graduation. Do I confront him at the ceremony or just send a gift to the hotel? One day I'll likely scan the entire folder and post. Hit the rewind button to 2001. My wife, who was 32 at the time, and I, who was 31 at the time, are in year 3 of our marriage. Everything seemed pretty good. I was a tech consultant flying cross-country, and she was starting her career with a big jump from a small establishment to a big firm. I wrap up a 9-month stint at a client site and come home to a water disconnect notice. Weird as she does the bills. I grab her computer, and AOL Instant Messenger is open, and a long chat with a guy at work is open with several saved. I immediately feel gutted and buy and install software to monitor what's going on. It turns out my co-worker's wife is pregnant, and he and my wife are planning a little getaway to San Francisco for Father's Day weekend. I'm gutted. She lets him know that she has vaginal herpes, which douses the flames for a few days. Needless to say, I'm so glued to my computer waiting for the spyware updates that it starts to take a serious toll on my mental health. Fast forward a few weeks, and the trip is back on. I confront my wife, who gaslights the shite out of me. I beg her not to go. She goes and stays with a friend the first night, and then with the guy the second night. I spend the night calling every hotel in San Francisco, trying to find her. Blow up her phone, which is off. The next morning, she calls and is getting on an earlier flight. She comes home, and the arsehole calls her as she walks through our front door. Gaslighting continues. Nothing happened. July rolls around, and our birthdays and 3rd anniversary are a few days apart. I get her into MC, and she shows up late every time. By this time, I'd hacked into her Yahoo account, created just for the affair, and started printing all communications. My lovely wife was good enough to save all the chat logs to her work computer so I could email them to myself while she was sleeping. July 9th, less than a week after our 3rd anniversary, was arguably the worst day of my life. She is going out with work friends, so I head downtown and catch the two of them walking back to their office. I slam the car in park and sprint to the office a few blocks away, and she is outside without him. They never wanted badge swipes to be close together. I confront her, and she says she needs to go talk to him. I let her agonize for 90 minutes in my truck behind her office. She finally says she's ready, so I pick her up and get verbally abusive. I told her that unless she tells me what happened, I'll drive down the highway as far as my fuel will take me. Insert more gaslighting here. I finally turn around to head home to see what emails will transpire. Sure enough, she goes to sleep, and off to Yahoo I go. Shitbag sends an email apologizing for finishing so fast and not being able to get it up again. I wake her up and show her the email and all the information I've collected with the software. She finally comes clean about SF and sleeping with him. Still in MC and not making much headway, I give her an ultimatum that she needs to move out or stop. Of course, there is one more business trip with a female colleague, and shitbag shows up. She finally tells him she needs to stop, and things go dormant until 9/11, when he calls to check on her. More dormancy until I go to break into his house and chicken out, so I cut his cable. Removed a foot-long section. He calls her furious. More dormancy, seemingly for months, until I find his resume on her computer. No more spyware, just frequent checking. My wife is now pregnant, so after an OB checkup, I offer to drive her to his house so she can meet his wife and child. His daughter is now 22. She declines. In their discussions, it was repeatedly mentioned that he couldn't wait to be there when they had kids together. This played over and over in my head when my first daughter was born. 2012, and I am still resentful as hell. He moves to the West Coast, and my wife and I have a trip planned to Arizona. I booked my ticket with a layover in LA so I could go talk to his wife. I get to LA, my wife is not home, so I go to his office, and the floor is locked off. ran out of time to wait for either. 2014, cleaning our house out for construction. Now I have 3 kids, started a business, and am on top of the world. Find a box of files from my wife's work. Wouldn't you know all her communications, which I wasn't privy to, are neatly printed out. Totally guts me. The affair continued from mid-December through September of 2002, which encompassed the first 2 trimesters of my wife's pregnancy. He yelled at her when she got pregnant, "You said you weren't sleeping with him anymore, you've ruined our plans." She sends him a conciliatory note, saying that she went to the abortion clinic with her sister but was unable to go through with it. She tells him she loves him on my birthday. More MC ensues as I agonize over whether the child, age 11 at this point, is mine for weeks after finding the file and confronting her, and then she gets diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. The fight to survive is on. 9 years after the file and 22 after finding out about the affair, the shitbag is back in my city for his daughter's graduation. Do I go confront him or just leave a gift at the hotel so his day is shot? Alright folks. That wraps up the wild rollercoaster ride of this unbelievable story. Can you believe what this person went through? It's a tale of cheating, heartbreak, and the quest for redemption. Now, it's time for all of you awesome viewers out there to put yourselves in their shoes. I want to hear from you. What would you do if you found yourself in a similar situation? Would you confront that co-worker during the graduation ceremony, or would you go for a sneaky move and send a gift to the hotel? And hey, if you enjoyed this mind-blowing tale, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more jaw-dropping stories like this one. Trust me, you won't want to miss out. Thanks for joining me on this wild ride, my friends. Stay curious, stay awesome, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.